Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. So this one here is going to be War 1 of Season 36. We now know that this has been cancelled, this war, but at the time it's starting to go into it. Nobody really still knew. We matched up against this alliance that, to be honest, I've never really heard of before. They have a really high war rating, and from what my alliance mates and other people in the community were telling me, is that they were mainly a 2 battle group alliance war, and they kind of quite easily normally just coast their way through 2 battle groups all season long, get a really high war rating, get some really easy, nice loyalty. So if that's the case for them, like, props to them, they've figured out the right way to do it for them. And yeah, I think most people this season are realistically going to be going for very heavy loyalty based seasons, whether it's like heavy saving on loyalty or whether it's trying to get loyalty by still winning wars in the season and then pushing through to try and still buy the stuff out of the store after they get the rewards. But you're going to see here that we're going into this first fight here against this Mojo, and what this is going to be is this is then going to be a point in time where we're going to be putting on the White Magneto pre-fight to allow us to parry stun him with magic, and then pretty easily just trying to shut off conflict with magic special 2 and the power lock. So the boost that I'm using there, I currently have an overflow that we're about to expire, just because I kind of claimed them ready for the season to start, so I knew I could do my section 1 with quote unquote expiring boosts. And then we could go into it. So here Mojo had the blocker hit, so I knew I could block the hit. Magic Special 2 enables you to power lock after her critical hits from the specials. So you can see this fail, and this is why some people were hesitant to use her against Mangogs with the Special 2 mini-boss, because things like this can happen. So, because I only crit on one of them Special 2 hits, I only got 1 set of power lock, and because of that, Conflictor stole it. So now I'm going to do it again. I power drain and take the power steal, but I don't actually again power lock Mojo because of that. I get 1 set of the degen on me because I triggered dexterity. And again, all of these power locks, I'm just not being able to get enough critical damage to be able to hit the critical hits to be able to power lock. And it's frustrating, but it's what it is. So you're going to see a lot of this fight, Mojo's getting towards a Special 3, or at least Special 2. It's still very safe, but there's just always that situation. Like, that was a 1-minute fight, hardly really boosted, and it was just safe enough to make sure I could get through it. My first fight back in GT40, albeit now it's a cancelled war. But still, I still wanted to at least have a somewhat decent performance. We had already done a very quick plan in terms of the alliance and the battle group of how we were going to go through this map, and we wanted to do a little bit more testing out the global, because from our personal understanding that this was probably the first time that anybody had ever tested the real conduit defender tactic, because it was bugged all off season. And that was it. You can see there with CGR, again, I had people questioning why I used an SB1. It was just because I still had it carried forward from the Mojo fight. I wouldn't have normally done it. With CGR, it's unnecessary. It stopped me being able to get the medium off before I could throw the Special 2. But the fight was very easy. It's vivified, so Terax will never lose power from his rock shield. And then you can just go to town. He's not going to be able to ever throw a special at you again. So it's that easy. Hyperion here, I did apply a invulnerability boost. Again, this was in overflow, so I knew that I could take a Special 3 here if I needed to. You can see that Conduit's kicking off here, but because of Cosmic Ghost Rider being the attacker tactic for the season, he completely shuts down the healing and the or the regen that should come from the energy damage, and we just nuke that Hyperion down. He could have hit us with a Special 3. He was nice. Probably going to regret that at some point in the season. I'll have used somewhat, like most of my seasons, looking at one fight already. But I had the invuln and I was safe. Coming into this Killmonger here. So we put the white mags on for Mighty Charge. The armor break, what CGL would normally apply to Killmonger, will be instantly shrugged off from the Mighty Charge, so we just need to watch out for that. And I'm going to hit an intercept here to get the Fury through the special 2. And you're going to see, without suicides, without anything else, it does really, really good damage. Now, I am not boosted in this fight. Ideally, if I was going to be a little bit braver there, I would have tried to make sure that Killmonger couldn't have dashed forward. And by doing that, I would have been able to keep the armor breaks. But the way it is right now, I'm kind of just prepared to just let him lose them for a little bit of time. And you can see here that now he's in the corner. He's got the armor breaks on. If I can just control this now, this fight should be a pretty easy win all the way to the end. Again, I've triggered dexterity. I wasn't concerned. I knew how many judgments I had. That one there would enable me to do the damnation, hit the intercept, hit this special 2, and this Killmonger's done. So that was all the fights I was actually assigned for this war. And I technically stole Hyperion and probably even Killmonger too. But that was just this war, first war back in GT40, and this is how the score ended up. So I appreciate your time. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I will hopefully catch you in the next one. Thank you.